Greetings, my fellow Hurricaneans. We are live. This is Live Free or Die, and I'm your host, King Eli, king of alternative news on your Manhattan neighborhood network. God damn it, this is the People's Network, where we, the people, exercise our First Amendment. You better believe it. All right. Oh man, I had to go through hell to get here today. I live in Lower Manhattan, of course, and today's topic is Hurricane Sandy. October surprise. Surprise! There it is. There goes our October surprise. And that slipped right past me. Thankfully, my friend James, who lost his house, brought this up to me. God bless him and his family. My prayers go out to all those affected by this weaponized weather hurricane. We'll get into that in a minute. Just total devastation, total devastating hurricane that happened, and it's not even hurricane season, you see? You see, guy? Oh, I'm just fuming. I am so shot. Working 12-hour shifts, no days off, 1,000 flights of stairs. Oh, man. I don't even know how I made it here today. All right, let's get to the news, people. Like I said, we finally got our October surprise, and I'll explain it to you right now. Ben Livingston, the godfather of weaponized warfare, basically admitted in Vietnam that they can control the weather with aerosol sprays, and they can move and direct hurricanes, and they can even break up hurricanes. So it is my belief that this hurricane was weaponized. All right, you see the numbers out there? Numbers right there. We're taking calls right away. I want to hear from you, the people, about what the hell you experienced during this damn hurricane, all right? All right, we'll take our first call. Caller, you are on the air.
Yo, Eli, they're jamming up your audio. I can't hear you.
They're jamming up my audio. How you watching me, on the internet?
No, I'm watching you on cable network on M&M, but I can't hear you. And when I change it to another channel, I hear the audio coming out, but just on yours, not coming through.
Just on mine. It figures. It figures they would do that while I'm talking about weaponized hurricanes. All right, everybody, this is King Riso Love from up above. Yo, give us the scoop, man.
You already know this HARP program happening. You already seen it come through. You already seen military action being taken over our streets, get you prepared, so that way you just run straight into their arms when they send you to the FEMA camp. Your door was knocked on. You know what happened.
Oh, absolutely. We were declared an A zone, an evacuation zone. Meanwhile, you got buildings that are closer to the water, like Peter Cooper Village, and they're not mandatory evacuated. I'll tell you why. Because they got money over there, and they were declared a B zone. So therefore, when damage occurs like it did, Riso, they get more funding from the FEMA. Being that we are an A zone and a poor neighborhood, they don't have to give us that funding because we were a mandatory evacuation zone.
Huh, wow, this is ridiculous.
It is very ridiculous. A lot of my friends at work, my family, those guys are my family, and they risked their lives. They almost died last night because of explosions going on.
Yeah, I was hearing about that. How did that go down?
What went down was they turned the power back on, but the gas lines were all broken up, manholes started exploding, and this is what we get. We have to now risk our lives going up in buildings, dragging people down, 14 flights of stairs. I must have did it 1,000 times throughout this whole damn week. I just got power back yesterday. I've been washing my balls in a hot pot of water. I'm going insane, man. How are you holding up?
Thank God I got to, use a shower facility somewhere, and that's the most important part. Now, we got electricity, but I'm freezing over here. I'm boiling water on the stove just to keep the apartment hot.
Unbelievable. Did you hear any rumors that they were going to shut down the power and turn it back?
I was hearing that also. We should look forward to some rolling blackouts. So that means the power go out for 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm like, really already?
How wonderful. How wonderful is that? Like, we haven't suffered enough. The people haven't suffered enough due to this weaponized hurricane that they put upon us. And then they want to blame it on global warming. Amy Goodman from Democracy Now! Is a stupid bitch. You know, I said I wasn't going to curse before the show, but I am fuming. She comes out with this article or this story about, oh, it's global warming, stupid. And their answer is to reduce the carbon footprint. You know what reducing the carbon footprint means? It means they want to kill people. They want people to die. That's how you reduce a carbon footprint.
Yeah, we're the ones putting the footprint in. So if you want to get rid of the footprint, you got to get rid of us.
Oh man, I'm shot. How are you, man?
I'm good. Did that overtime. Did take care of everything. You know how it was out here.
Tell us about what you saw when the surge hit our complex there.
Oh, I didn't see no rain. I hardly seen any wind. All I seen was water rising. Somebody need to explain that to me, too. Usually when there's a flood, it's due to water, right?
Yeah.
All I seen all over was water rising. So I'm trying to figure this all out. And that's everywhere, basically. I'm trying to figure this all out. I'm looking out my window, and I just see the water rise, the water rise, the water rise. And I'm like, wow. And did you notice, like you said, that in Peter Cooper Village, in the Cyrus town, they didn't give them a mandatory evacuation, but in Compost they did.
And Stuyvesant Town and Peter Cooper Village are closer to the water, okay?
Actually,
Mayor Bloomberg, you scumbag, you risked thousands of lives, okay? Including my own.
It was...
I don't know.
And what's crazy about that is you have the whole Avenue D. Lillian Wall as a buffer to Compost. Stuyvesant has no buffer. Their water's right there. Their water's right there. The highway's there. The water's there. There's their buildings. But everybody else is mandatory.
Yeah, they didn't mandatory evacuate me because I'm high and dry and I had food stored for a month. I didn't have to go out and buy no hurricane supplies because I've been prepared since 2010.
Well, that's another thing. Tell these people to always be prepared.
Always be prepared for any situation, for the end of the world, basically. I'm not saying the world is going to end, but you got to be prepared for massive blackouts. There's talk of solar flares that can knock out the grid for months. So you just imagine a blackout that lasts about 6 months.
Wow.
And that's what I'm prepared for.
Now, there's definitely going to be a food shortage going on. We're going to prepare ourselves for that.
Absolutely. It's insane, brother.
All right. Be safe and let me get going and continue on. But I'm going to see what's going on with this sound now.
All right, man. Hopefully they're kicking the sound back on because I know you can hear me clearly on the phone, but
yeah, I can.
You know how they do. The NSA, the CIA, they tap into my signal and mess with my sound. That's what they do.
Yeah, you'll see when you go rewind it later. You'll see what happens.
Unbelievable, the scumbags.
All right, man. Be safe.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. All right. Anybody else want to give me a call? 212-245-7273. We are live. It is October. I don't even know what the hell the day is. November 3rd. November 3rd. That's what it is. Unbelievable. All right. I also want to talk about how we could have avoided massive blackouts. There's this thing called Tesla Towers. Nikola Tesla invented these towers in the early 1900s, and I want to show you them. You see this tower? Basically, this tower right here transmits electricity like you get radio signals. Okay? That means everyone would have electricity for free. But they can't allow that. They can't allow that, then they lose profit. Look into that. Nikola Tesla. Okay? Caller, you are on the air. All right, give me a call, 212-245-7273. So, and if we had these Tesla towers put in, then we could have easily replaced them and still received electricity like the same way we still received radio. I have a small little crank radio that I got back in 2010 with the rest of my supplies because I'm ready. Evacuating me. 6 police officers came to my door to evacuate me. Not one police officer came to knock on luxury apartments. Apartments closer to the water, and they declared a B zone. All right, caller, you are on the air.
Hello?
Talk to me.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brother? What's on your mind?
Chilling, man. I'm just watching your show, man, and I'm like, I don't know. My paranoia's gotten to a height. Like, man, it's funny. I look on public access now, and I see motherfuckers talking about it and the whole HARP thing, man, and I believe it's true, man. I honestly believe it's true. I'm flipping through the channels trying to find something to watch. And I told my girl, wait right here. And he started talking. I seen the way he was talking and how he was talking about the hurricane. And I said in my mind, he's going to talk about weaponized weather conditions. And I believe that. I really do believe that. And especially after seeing and reading about the HARP project, And it's not far-fetched, It's that the small people are little-minded. And, they're not thinking about the shit that's really, existed out there. They just think about clothes, luxury shit, money, and all this. And they really don't take into consideration that it's really possible that these people can be affecting the weather. I mean, they've done it. They've done numerous things. I even believe, for example, tsunamis and shit in other countries in the Caribbean. Tsunami is caused by a tectonic plate. And that's also what causes continental drift. And as the years go by, the pressure builds up on a tectonic plate and they snap, either causing A, an earthquake, or B, a tsunami. Now, who's to say that this shit can't be caused by people putting man-made explosives on the bottom of the ocean? You understand? And it's not far-fetched, bro. For example, the microwave, before it was released out into the public, it was actually came out 5 years before. And of course it had to be approved by the government, and there's a lot of things that are existing now that we don't know about. We're kept behind in the whole science of the government and weapons. Like, for example, Plum Island. Just talk about Plum Island. That's when the Lyme disease came out.
Thank you.
Some biological warfare had broke out of there. Lyme disease came out. These people got all sorts of shit, man, that they fucking hiding. And I believe that this was a play that was in motion from the beginning. They knew what they was doing. They knew the harmful effects of using diesel fuels and what it would do to our ozone layer, causing a higher risk of skin cancer, and now they just playing with it, because now the whole environment's all fucked up off this shit, offshore drilling and all this, and yeah, man, now's the time where the weather condition can be easily provoked, through all sorts of things, electromagnetic fields and all sorts of shit, man. So yes, I big you up for, speaking what people are afraid to speak of, or what, if you were to speak of it, people would dismiss you as a crazy person. So, on that note, brother, keep doing what you're doing, man, and I love your show. What's your name, by the way?
King Eli. People call me Eli. You can watch my show every Saturday, same time, 6 o'clock, channel 36, Verizon, 85 RCN, and 67 Time Warner.
Awesome, man.
I appreciate the call, man.
Is this live right now? Because I'm looking right at you.
This is live, brother.
Oh, shit, okay.
Check me live every Saturday.
Yeah, he just said, this is live, brother. He pointed. All right, cool, man. Man, you just got a fan, man. And I'm sorry for ranting and raving there for a minute.
That's all right. I love it, man. I love it. I love it when we get real callers who understand, what the hell is going on out here.
Yeah, because there's definitely something going on, man.
Absolutely.
There's definitely something going on, man, and it's not, I'm not, you know, going to play stupid all this time. It's that, you know what it is with people that, you know, in society you grow up, you have a mom and dad, and they raise you, and that whole thing is no different from the government and the people. You know, if everything was to stop today, the people in society will try to look up to someone, like who's going to take care of us, you know, and that's what they want. They exactly like when you said about FEMA, they want you to fall right into their hands. They want you to come to them. You understand? So, yeah, man, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. Especially me, I grew up in a Christian church, and there's one thing about the Bible that kind of got me, and was the Bible says that there is spiritual wickedness in high places. You know? So, you know, when the devil came to Jesus, he knew that the only way that mankind will fall is through Jesus, because he's the Son of God. So, of course, he went to him and said, I will give you the kingdoms of the earth if you bow down to me, but Jesus didn't. Now, think again, if the devil came today, he wouldn't come to me or you or regular Joe Smo. He would go to the motherfucker at the top of the pyramid who's running it, and he would say, yo, listen, this is what they're going to do. It's a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit that this government got twisted. For example, Mercedes-Benz, those were the motherfuckers that made the ovens to burn the Jews in the Holocaust. You know? Shit like that. Like little tidbits that you got to pick up. The reigning families, the royal bloodlines, the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergers, the Rockefellers, you know. In 5 of my lifetimes, I will never be, if I worked a 9 to 5 and saved every cent that I got for 5 lifetimes, I would not even get to accumulate half of what those motherfuckers got. Because it is a bloodline of people who pass their money on, and with that money, they invest it into governments and buy out governments, because as you can see, this government is currently in debt. So who are you going to go to? You know what I'm saying? And another thing that got me pissed is how they fucking printing money out of thin air. That money really has no value. Why is the euro worth more than the American dollar? I'll tell you why. Because the royal families, they have what's really worth shit. Like gold, which never loses its value. Notice how you go over there, it's not dollars, it's pounds and stuff like that. Their money is backed by gold. It never loses its value, because these people, since the days of the Knights of the Templar, they've been looting and plundering civilizations and taking their riches. You understand? And I think it's just a more sinister agenda at hand that people, like I said, if you was to even like put something together, come to your own conclusion, people would dismiss you as you're crazy.
A conspiracy theorist. Yeah, that's the label, you know, I always get.
I mean,
Mr. Conspiracy.
It's got to be a conspiracy, because honestly, any man or any person that's living in society today, whether it be Hispanic, Irish, you know, your origins are not from here, except for the Indians, which have been decimated when the settlers came. You know what I'm saying?
That was the real Holocaust.
Shit about Thanksgiving, like they sat down with the Indians and they fucking had a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a dinner together, when really it was probably the dead Indians' bodies all over the place, and they was just looting and plundering and eating all their food. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man.
All right, man. I appreciate the call, man. I love when I get well-informed callers, man. I'm glad I picked up another fan, man.
All right, awesome, man. You expect to hear from me. When you on again?
Every Saturday. This time, 6 o'clock. Every Saturday. Same channel, same time.
Well, expect to hear from me.
All right, brother. I appreciate the call.
All right, later.
Later. There you go. You got a well-informed caller right there. And speaking of weather warfare, before we get to this next call, caller, I see you calling. Just let it keep ringing. I'll get to you in a minute. This is an article from Infowars.com. It says, Obama ordered DHS to control hurricanes. There's a memo that came out, a memorandum. Let's see if we can push it up here. And here it is. What the hell is this? Come on. And this is it. This is it right here. This is a memo basically stating that they can and will control hurricanes. What more do you want? All right, let's take this call. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
what website was that where you were just on?
Infowars.com.
Oh,
And they link
okay.
it to
And
the
what
actual WhiteHouse.gov memo, I believe.
plane? Oh, there was a plane flying inside the hurricane there. What plane was that?
Oh, that's just a little artist sketch that they had there. I'll switch it back. That's how they control the hurricanes. That's how they guide them. They can destroy a hurricane with aerosols and chemicals. They can destroy a hurricane, and they didn't. They can move a hurricane. They can make a hurricane. This is not even hurricane season, Steve.
Oh, it's manpower though, right?
Absolutely, they're taking planes, they're flying them in, and this is my theory. Okay, you want to call me a conspiracy theorist, people? I'm sorry. Like I said, it's not hurricane season, and it just seems way out of whack to me. I'm sorry.
Did your area get affected by the
Oh,
hurricane,
absolutely.
by blackout?
I just got power last night. If I didn't get power last night, I'm sorry. I would not have been here today. I would have had to cancel the show because I would have had to continue helping people downtown evacuate.
Oh, yeah, but I can't hear you on the TV, though, because there's something wrong with the channel or something.
Unbelievable.
Your channel, we can't hear you, though.
What cable you got? Fios?
Yeah, I got files, yeah.
Yeah, Fios does that to me because I record from home on Fios, and I think they figured it out, so they scrambled my channel. But people on Time Warner and RCN, I think, can hear me.
Oh, so they scrambled it, all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure of it.
Oh, I thought it was like outside occurrences.
Oh, absolutely. That's what it is, Steve. Outside occurrences, scrambling my channel because they know that's how I dub it and get it online.
Oh, because, MNN, you have all the MNN channels you can hear, but not this one.
Yeah, well, my show's very controversial. Steve, you got anything else on your mind? We got a couple minutes left.
Conspiracy theories back on the air. The third season starts this Wednesday.
Oh, good. Well, now that I got my power back, I can watch it. Awesome. I can't wait. Well, Steve,
talk about time travel.
I can't wait. I'm pretty sure that's true, too. I actually saw something about the Germans that created time travel or experimented with it. But anyway, hey, Steve, we're running out of time. I appreciate the call. Always calling. Call back next week again, brother.
Yeah, hopefully they fix this,
Nah. Hopefully. If anything, watch it on YouTube later. I'm a double clean copy after the show, so this way everybody can hear it.
Oh, okay.
All right, just go to youtube.com/live free or die MNN right there.
I know this show will be on YouTube anyway.
Yeah. All right, I appreciate the call, brother. All right, that was Steve. We're running out of time, so I want to get to a couple of more articles. Jersey Shore declares martial law. This is also from Infowars.com. The boardwalk town of Seaside Heights, New Jersey, best known for being the location where MTV's Jersey Shore is filmed, has declared martial law. Caller, I see you calling. Just hang on 1 second. Also, troopers deployed around New Jersey and New York City. Gas shortages, power losses, raise anger levels. Also, FEMA taps private vendors to meet Sandy victims. They ran out of water. FEMA ran out of water. Can you believe that? Oh, my God. What else we got up here? This is the article I was talking about. Explosives rock manhole covers as Con Ed restores power and Peter Cooper. Oh, man. That's just disgusting how Mayor Bloomberg declared that zone a B zone. And risked all of our lives, you scumbag, Mayor Bloomberg. All right, caller, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, talk to me, brother. What's on your mind?
I think you're a stupid fuck.
Oh, thank you. I fucked your mother last night, too, you cunt. Yeah, these people, I'm talking about serious issues here, and you get the prank caller who wants to call. Let's see if I got his number. I'll give his number out on air. Oh, it's a private call. No wonder. Pussy. Won't you unblock your number? I'll post your number up. All right, caller, you're on the air.
Hi, how are you?
All right, we got about 3 minutes left. Talk to me. What's on your mind?
Okay, so is that an urban thing where a lot of people, this is the correct way to say it. You go, I'm going to go over to their house. But they say, I'm going over to they house. What is that? It drives me nuts.
Who said that?
The caller just said that. He goes, yeah, they're going to put it in the blender.
I think we got more important issues than to talk about somebody's ebonics, caller. You got anything else important to talk about besides somebody's speech?
Because if the level of speech was elevated to a higher level, I think it would be taken more seriously. So even though it seems like a trivial matter, I think it's important because then how you speak is how you're construed as when you're talking to other people and trying to state your case and argument.
Well, hopefully that person can work on his English dialect there. I appreciate the call. We got about a minute left. Do anybody want to get in really quick? Give me a call, 212-245-7273. Interesting calls today, I tell you. So, all right, we got another one. Caller, you on the air. He hung up on me. All right. There you go, man. There you go. It's just a sad situation. We got weaponized hurricanes. Caller, you got about 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah, you talk about Jersey Shore declaring martial law, though, right?
Yes.
They officially do that, right?
Oh, yes, they did.
They declared martial law when they did this.
They did this earlier this week, I assume.
Oh, because I thought that, the lift was lifted.
Oh, they probably lifted it, but they did declare martial law. Hey,
Yeah,
Steve,
here
we're
you
out
go,
of
like
time,
curfew.
brother. We got about 30 seconds left. I appreciate all the calls. God bless America. God save the Constitution. And if you have received this transmission, then you are the resistance. Greetings, my fellow Hurricanians. We are live. This is Live Free or Die, and I'm your host, King Eli. King of total devastating hurricane that happened, and it's not even hurricane season, you see? You see, guy? Oh, I'm just fuming. I am so shot, working 12-hour shifts, no days off. 1,000 flights of stairs. Oh, man. I don't even know how I made it here today. All right. Let's get to the news, people. Like I said, we finally got our October surprise, and I'll explain it to you right now. Ben Livingston, the godfather of weaponized warfare, basically admitted in Vietnam that they can control the weather with aerosol sprays, and they can move and direct hurricanes, and they can even break up hurricanes. So it is my belief that this hurricane was alternative news on your Manhattan neighborhood network. God damn it, this is the People's Network, where we, the people, exercise our First Amendment. You better believe it. All right. Oh, man, I had to go through hell to get here today. I live in Lower Manhattan, of course, and today's topic is Hurricane Sandy. October surprise. Surprise. There it is. There goes our October surprise. And that slipped right past me. Thankfully, my friend James, who lost his house, brought this up to me. God bless him and his family. My prayers go out to all those affected by this weaponized weather hurricane. We'll get into that in a minute. Just total devastation.
Program happening. You already seen it come through. You already seen military action being taken over our streets, get you prepared, so that way you just run straight into their arms when they send you to the FEMA camp. Your door was knocked on. You know what happened.
Oh, absolutely. We were declared an A zone, an evacuation zone. Meanwhile, you got buildings that are closer to the water, like Peter Cooper Village, and they're not mandatory evacuated. I'll tell you why. Because they got money over there, and they were declared a B zone. So therefore, when damage occurs like it did, Riso, they get more funding from the FEMA. Being that we are an A zone and a poor neighborhood, they don't have to give us that funding because we were a mandatory evacuation zone.
Huh, wow.
It's weaponized. All right, you see the numbers out there? Numbers right there. We're taking calls right away. I want to hear from you, the people, about what the hell you experienced during this damn hurricane, all right? All right, we'll take our first call. Caller, you are on the air.
Yo, Eli, they're jamming up your audio. I can't hear you.
They're jamming up my audio. How you watching me, on the internet?
No, I'm watching you on cable network on M&M, but I can't hear you. And when I change it to another channel, I hear the audio coming out, but just on yours, not coming through.
Just on mine. It figures. It figures they would do that while I'm talking about weaponized hurricanes. All right, everybody, this is King Riso Love from up above. Yo, give us the scoop, man.
You already know